Okay, before I go any further, let me just go VG, annotation, look for grid lines, and turn those off. And also, what I'm looking at the moment is the surface model, but I can show the mass form, I can show mass zones. And what I want to do is I'm just going to look at the mass form and look at the next option up here, which is that I can look at the solar radiation here. So let me do a quick study, which is that I'm going to assume that at this location, for a multi-day study over the course of an entire year. Now, don't be confused by the name of the study. That's really misleading. In fact, what I'll do is I'll copy it and just remove that part of it. The location is as stated here. That's just the names that were saved in the study. So 1 year solar study at this location. But let me say from sunrise to, let me say looking at the data hourly and going from sunrise to sunset, with the ground plane being at ground level. I'm going to say apply that. Okay. I might want to select faces to analyze, so I'm going to click to make my selection, then I'm just dragging around the entire model to select all of them, and then clicking to finish. And if I move this, it was a little too fast for me. There's my analysis. So it's in Manchester, New Hampshire. There's my analysis of the building. There's the readout, British thermal units per square foot. Maybe I want to change that to something like kilowatt hours per square meter, so I can see the data, and I can kind of tell, even within a few minutes, that my building, if I want to put on photovoltaic cells, this is a good location. I'm getting some options in other areas, especially though if I pick it and turn to the far side, you'll see that my options on this side are significantly less. This, by the way, is the rock at the front door. So here's my first study, and if I want to save this, well, first of all, I can show you, I can refine the level of detail by moving the slider. You'll see it clear up a little bit more here, a bit more defined on the surfaces. But if I want to save this, let me turn off the shadows. I don't really need the shadows on here. So I've done my study quickly. If I want to, I can now go to the view that's active, which was, I'm in the 3D view. I'm in the 3D view, so down here. Actually, why don't I just drag that out? I'm a little short of real estate. I just want to show you that down under here, the view that I'm in is this one called 3D, and if I right click on it, I can say save to project as an image. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to say solar visible portion of my current window fit to the size that I want for the pixels, where I want to see like 100%. And I might want to say that I want something for printing, like that 300 dpi, and I think that's all I need to do, and then say OK. So what it'll do is it'll put that image into my browser, so that if I want, I can put it on a sheet and print it, or I could just print the image directly. But it's now under here, and there it is there, where I can bring it up and look at it. So let me stop at that point.